Most farmers spend thousands on fertilizers and chemicals only to watch their soil turn into lifeless dirt. The Amish take barren, exhausted farmland and transform it into rich, black earth that grows massive crops year after year. They do this without spending a penny on synthetic inputs, using simple methods that cost nothing but time. Allergies barely exist in Amish communities because their children's immune systems get trained from day one in the ultimate outdoor classroom. While modern parents rush to sanitize everything their babies touch, Amish infants crawl around barns where dust particles contain microscopic teachers that show developing immune systems how to handle the real world. These tiny exposures work like vaccines, except they happen naturally through daily farm life instead of doctor visits. Research from multiple universities reveals that Amish children have asthma rates nearly 5 times lower than typical American kids. The numbers are staggering. Only about 5% of Amish children develop asthma compared to 26% in urban areas. Scientists studying these communities discovered that farm dust contains specific bacterial proteins that literally reprogram immune responses to be calmer and more balanced. The barn becomes the first classroom where immune education happens automatically. Newborns sleep in farmhouses where air currents carry microscopic particles from haylofts, animal stalls, and grain storage areas. These invisible teachers float through the air, landing on everything from cribs to high chairs, creating constant low-level exposure that trains immune systems gradually rather than shocking them with sudden massive doses. Amish babies get their PhD in immunity before they can even say moo, which is pretty impressive considering most adults can barely handle a dust bunny. Hay storage areas provide particularly powerful immune training because dried grasses contain diverse bacterial communities that flourish in farm environments. When children play in hay lofts or help with feeding chores, they breathe air filled with beneficial microbes that teach their bodies to distinguish between harmless environmental triggers and actual threats. This natural education prevents the overreactions that cause allergic responses. Animal bedding creates another layer of immune system training through exposure to bacteria, fungi, and organic compounds that exist nowhere else in such concentrations. Straw and sawdust bedding get replaced regularly, stirring up clouds of particles that would send suburban parents running for air purifiers. Amish children breathe these clouds daily, building tolerance that protects them for life. The timing of early exposure proves crucial for long-term allergy prevention. Studies show that immune systems remain most flexible during the first year of life, making this period critical for establishing healthy responses to environmental triggers. Amish infants get this education automatically through farm life, while city babies often miss this window entirely due to sterile indoor environments. Farm dust works better than expensive allergy shots. Plus, it comes with free entertainment from watching chickens argue over corn. Seasonal variations in farm environments provide year-round immune training that adapts to different allergen exposures. Spring brings fresh grass pollens and budding trees that release particles in manageable daily doses. Summer hay cutting fills the air with dried grass proteins that would trigger massive reactions in sensitive individuals. This comprehensive exposure creates immune systems that remain calm regardless of seasonal challenges, setting the foundation for additional protection through their unique dietary practices. Pasteurization kills bacteria that would otherwise become allies in the fight against allergies. Amish families drink milk straight from their cows, consuming millions of beneficial microorganisms that train immune systems to handle environmental challenges calmly and effectively. While health authorities warn against unpasteurized dairy, mounting scientific evidence suggests that raw milk consumption during childhood provides significant protection against asthma and allergic diseases. The bacterial diversity in fresh milk creates a living probiotic system that commercial yogurt companies try desperately to replicate artificially. Raw milk contains over 400 different bacterial species, each contributing unique immune system education that helps children develop tolerance rather than hypersensitivity. These microscopic teachers work continuously in the digestive system, sending signals that keep immune responses balanced and proportional. European studies tracking over 8,000 children found that those drinking unpasteurized milk had 41% lower rates of asthma and 50% fewer allergies compared to pasteurized milk drinkers. The protective effects appeared strongest in children who started raw milk consumption before their first birthday, suggesting that early exposure provides the most significant long-term benefits for allergy prevention. Raw milk is basically a liquid immune system boot camp, except the drill sergeants are friendly bacteria instead of someone yelling about making beds. Temperature processing destroys heat-sensitive proteins and enzymes that play crucial roles in immune system development. Lactoferrin, an iron-binding protein naturally present in raw milk, gets partially destroyed during pasteurization but provides powerful anti-inflammatory effects when consumed intact. Immunoglobulins that transfer passive immunity from cow to human also lose effectiveness when exposed to high heat processing. Daily consumption patterns in Amish households ensure consistent exposure to beneficial bacteria rather than occasional probiotic supplements that provide limited bacterial diversity. Children drink fresh milk with breakfast, use it for cooking throughout the day, and consume dairy products made from the same bacterial cultures. This steady intake maintains thriving gut microbiomes that support healthy immune function continuously. The source matters significantly because cow health and diet directly affect milk quality and bacterial composition. Amish dairy cows graze on diverse pastures containing hundreds of plant species that contribute unique compounds to their milk. These grass-fed animals produce milk with higher concentrations of anti-inflammatory omega-3 fatty acids and conjugated linoleic acid that support immune balance. Amish cows produce milk that doubles as medicine, though they never went to medical school and definitely can't write prescriptions. Seasonal variations in milk composition provide changing immune challenges that keep developing systems flexible and responsive. Spring milk contains different bacterial profiles than fall milk due to changing pasture conditions and cow diet variations. This natural fluctuation prevents immune systems from becoming rigid or over-specialized in responses to specific triggers. Fermented dairy products made from raw milk create additional layers of beneficial bacteria that work synergistically with fresh milk consumption. Homemade butter, cheese, and cultured cream products introduce different bacterial strains that colonize various parts of the digestive system. These diverse microbial communities communicate with immune cells throughout the body, promoting balanced responses to environmental challenges. Safety practices in Amish dairy operations minimize risks while preserving beneficial bacteria through careful animal husbandry and rapid milk cooling. Healthy cows, clean milking procedures, and immediate refrigeration prevent harmful bacteria from multiplying while preserving beneficial microorganisms that support immune development. These traditional methods achieve safety through prevention rather than processing, creating the foundation for additional immune benefits through direct animal contact. The only product we'll ever promote on our channel is a book by Claude Davis, a veteran prepper, about 126 superfoods and preservation methods from crisis times like the Great Depression and wartime that are impossible to find elsewhere. We decided to promote his book because we are the last generation able to share these techniques and superfoods to our children or grandchildren. It would be a shame to see this information about highly nutritious foods and preservation methods to survive crises disappear. You can also find a book about herbal remedies from Nicole Apelian on their store. If you're watching this on TV, you can look up our channel, Frugal Solutions, on your phone or tablet and find the books by clicking the link in our channel description or any other video description. Brushing horses every morning provides immune system lessons that no textbook can teach. Amish children start handling livestock before they can properly tie their shoes, creating daily exposure to animal dander, saliva, and microscopic particles that float around barns and pastures. This constant contact works like a natural vaccination program, except instead of getting shots at the doctor's office, kids get their immunity boost while doing farm chores. Cow milking twice daily puts children within inches of large animals that shed millions of skin cells, bacteria, and organic compounds into the surrounding air. Each milking session becomes an immune training class, where developing systems learn to recognize animal proteins as harmless rather than threatening. The close physical contact during these routine tasks provides exposure levels that city children might experience only during brief petting zoo visits. Farm animals are basically walking, mooing biology teachers that never assign homework but always provide hands-on learning experiences. Chicken coop maintenance exposes children to feathers, dust, and droppings that contain unique bacterial communities found nowhere else in nature. These microscopic ecosystems train immune systems to handle organic matter calmly while building tolerance for particles that would trigger severe reactions in allergic individuals. The daily egg gathering routine ensures consistent exposure that maintains immune system flexibility throughout childhood. Scientific research reveals that children with regular farm animal contact show dramatically different immune system markers compared to their urban counterparts. Blood tests from Amish kids display higher levels of regulatory immune cells that prevent overreactions to environmental triggers. These specialized cells develop through repeated animal exposure, creating internal peacekeepers that calm down aggressive immune responses before they can cause allergic symptoms. Pig feeding routines create additional immune challenges through exposure to different bacterial strains and organic compounds that exist in swine environments. The combination of animal contact, feed dust, and barn atmosphere provides comprehensive immune education that suburban children never receive. Multiple animal species on typical Amish farms ensure diverse microbial exposures that train immune systems for various environmental challenges. Pigs are excellent teachers of immune system tolerance, though they tend to be messy with their lesson plans. Horse grooming activities involve close physical contact with large animals that produce substantial amounts of dander and hair particles. Daily brushing routines stir up clouds of microscopic material that children breathe while working. This intimate exposure creates strong tolerance for animal allergens that often trigger severe reactions in sensitive individuals who lack similar conditioning. Sheep shearing seasons provide intensive immune system workshops where children help handle wool that contains lanolin, skin particles, and bacterial communities unique to sheep environments. These annual events deliver concentrated exposures that reinforce existing tolerances while introducing new microbial challenges. The physical contact during shearing ensures maximum immune system education through skin and respiratory exposure. Barn cleaning chores expose children to concentrated animal waste that contains diverse bacterial populations essential for healthy immune development. While modern parents might recoil at the idea, this organic matter provides crucial microbial diversity that strengthens developing immune systems. The regular contact through daily cleaning routines ensures consistent immune training rather than occasional shocking exposures. Barn cleaning teaches kids that not all dirt is bad dirt, though it definitely teaches them to wash hands before dinner. Multiple daily animal interactions create layered immune exposures that build comprehensive tolerance rather than specialized responses to single allergen types. This constant environmental conditioning pairs perfectly with their outdoor lifestyle that provides additional natural immune system education. Sealed buildings trap allergens and create concentrated exposures that overwhelm sensitive immune systems, but Amish families spend most of their waking hours outdoors where breezes dilute and distribute pollen naturally. This constant fresh air exposure provides gradual immune system training rather than the sudden allergen shocks that occur when people venture outside after spending weeks in filtered indoor environments. Work schedules naturally align with daylight hours, keeping families outdoors during times when their bodies can adapt to seasonal allergen changes gradually. Morning farm chores begin before pollen counts peak, allowing immune systems to adjust slowly as plant activity increases throughout the day. Evening outdoor activities continue this exposure in manageable doses that build tolerance rather than triggering defensive overreactions. Fresh air works better than expensive air purifiers, plus it comes with free entertainment from watching clouds and complaining about the weather. Seasonal pollen exposure follows natural patterns that train immune systems to handle spring tree pollen, summer grass pollen, and fall weed pollen in sequence rather than experiencing sudden seasonal shocks. Daily outdoor work during blooming seasons provides steady, low-level exposure that teaches immune systems to recognize these particles as harmless environmental components, rather than dangerous invaders requiring aggressive defensive responses. Indoor air quality in Amish homes differs dramatically from modern houses with sealed windows and recirculated air systems. Open windows and doors create constant air exchange that prevents allergen buildup while maintaining steady exposure to outdoor environmental factors. This natural ventilation system dilutes indoor allergen concentrations while providing ongoing immune system education through varied air quality conditions. Agricultural work patterns expose families to different environmental conditions throughout growing seasons, from spring planting in dusty fields to summer haying in pollen-rich meadows. Each activity provides specific immune challenges that build comprehensive tolerance for agricultural allergens that would overwhelm individuals without similar conditioning. The variety of outdoor exposures creates flexible immune responses rather than rigid sensitivities. Amish air conditioning runs on wind power and never needs filter changes, though it occasionally comes with unexpected deliveries of flying insects. Haymaking seasons provide intensive exposure to dry grass allergens during critical summer months when pollen sensitivities typically peak in susceptible individuals. Families work together, cutting, drying, and storing hay that fills the air with particles that would trigger severe reactions in allergic people. This concentrated seasonal exposure reinforces immune tolerance developed through daily outdoor activities. Garden work exposes families to soil microorganisms, plant pollens, and organic dust that create diverse immune training opportunities throughout growing seasons. Daily weeding, planting, and harvesting activities provide hands-on contact with allergen sources while maintaining steady exposure levels that prevent immune system overreactions. The physical contact during garden work ensures maximum immune education through multiple exposure pathways. Weather variations create changing outdoor conditions that keep immune systems flexible rather than adapted to single environmental states. Windy days increase airborne particle exposure, while calm periods provide recovery time for sensitive individuals. Rain washes allergens from the air, while humid conditions can increase mold exposures that train immune systems for different environmental challenges. Weather provides free immune system training programs, though the scheduling can be unpredictable and the instructor sometimes gets grumpy. Building construction and maintenance work exposes families to wood dust, metal particles, and construction materials that create additional immune challenges beyond agricultural allergens. The absence of artificial air filtration systems prevents the creation of allergen-free zones that can make immune systems hypersensitive to normal environmental exposures. This foundation of natural air exposure works together with their approach to household cleanliness that maintains healthy microbial environments. Vinegar cuts through grease and grime without destroying the beneficial bacteria that help train developing immune systems. Amish households rely on simple cleaning agents that sanitize surfaces while preserving the microscopic diversity that children need for healthy immune development. Modern antibacterial products create sterile environments that leave immune systems untrained and hypersensitive to normal environmental exposures. Soap and water handle most cleaning tasks effectively while allowing harmless microorganisms to remain in living spaces where they provide ongoing immune education. This balanced approach maintains cleanliness for health while avoiding the extreme sterilization that can make children vulnerable to allergic reactions. The difference lies in cleaning for safety rather than eliminating every possible microbe from the environment. Amish cleaning products fight dirt without declaring war on every living thing smaller than a breadcrumb. Commercial antibacterial cleaners eliminate beneficial bacteria along with harmful pathogens, creating microbial deserts that fail to provide immune system training opportunities. Children raised in these sterile environments often develop hypersensitive immune responses because their systems never learn to distinguish between dangerous threats and harmless environmental exposures. The overuse of antimicrobial products has been linked to increased allergy and asthma rates in developed countries. Sunshine serves as a natural disinfectant that kills harmful bacteria while preserving beneficial microorganisms that support healthy immune development. Amish families dry laundry outdoors where ultraviolet light provides sanitization without chemical residues that can irritate sensitive individuals. This natural cleaning method achieves hygiene goals while maintaining the microbial diversity that children need for proper immune system education. Dust tolerance in Amish households allows beneficial microorganisms to thrive in living spaces where children can encounter them during normal daily activities. Moderate dust levels provide immune training opportunities that overly sanitized homes cannot offer. This approach recognizes that some environmental exposure benefits developing immune systems rather than threatening them. A little dust never hurt anyone, though it definitely hurts the reputation of spotless housekeepers everywhere. Essential oil cleaning solutions provide antimicrobial effects through plant compounds that kill harmful bacteria while supporting beneficial microbial communities. Lemon oil, tea tree oil, and other natural antimicrobials target dangerous pathogens without creating the sterile conditions that leave immune systems untrained. These natural products achieve cleaning goals while maintaining environmental complexity that supports healthy immune development. Baking soda handles odors and stains effectively without the harsh chemicals that can irritate respiratory systems and eliminate beneficial bacteria. This simple compound neutralizes acids and bases while leaving microbial communities intact for immune system training. The gentleness of natural cleaning agents prevents the respiratory irritation that can contribute to allergy development in sensitive individuals. Floor cleaning methods in Amish homes remove visible dirt and potentially harmful contaminants while allowing harmless microorganisms to remain in living spaces. Simple mopping with mild soap solutions achieves sanitation goals without creating the sterile conditions that can make immune systems hypersensitive to normal environmental exposures. This balanced approach maintains health while supporting immune development. Traditional cleaning methods prove that Grandma was right about vinegar fixing everything, though she probably didn't know about immune system training. Laundry practices use basic detergents and natural drying methods that clean clothing effectively without chemical residues that can irritate sensitive skin and respiratory systems. Air freshening happens through natural ventilation and cleanliness rather than synthetic fragrances that can trigger allergic reactions in sensitive individuals. The cumulative effect of gentle cleaning practices creates home environments that support immune system development while maintaining appropriate hygiene standards, complementing their garden-fresh nutritional approach. Seasonal eating patterns ensure that immune systems receive fresh nutrients exactly when they need support for handling environmental challenges. Spring greens provide vitamin C and antioxidants during tree pollen season, while summer vegetables deliver minerals that support respiratory function during grass pollen peaks. Fall harvest foods contain compounds that prepare immune systems for winter challenges, creating natural dietary support that aligns with seasonal allergen exposure patterns. Soil-to-table nutrition delivers vitamins and minerals in their most bioavailable forms, without the processing that degrades nutritional content in commercial foods. Fresh vegetables picked daily contain higher concentrations of immune-supporting compounds compared to produce that travels thousands of miles and sits in storage for weeks. This nutritional superiority provides better immune system support that helps prevent allergic overreactions to environmental triggers. Garden vegetables come with expiration dates written in soil, not printed on plastic packages by marketing departments. Gut microbiome diversity gets supported through varied plant consumption that includes dozens of different vegetables, fruits, and grains throughout growing seasons. Each plant species provides unique fiber types that feed different beneficial bacteria in the digestive system. This microbial diversity creates strong immune system support that helps prevent the development of allergic sensitivities and autoimmune conditions. Fermented foods made from garden produce introduce additional beneficial bacteria that colonize the digestive system and communicate with immune cells throughout the body. Sauerkraut, pickled vegetables, and fermented dairy products provide probiotics that support immune balance and reduce inflammatory responses that contribute to allergic reactions. These traditional preservation methods create functional foods that support health beyond basic nutrition. Pesticide-free growing methods eliminate chemical exposures that can disrupt immune system function and contribute to allergic sensitivities. Commercial agriculture often uses hundreds of different pesticides that can accumulate in the body and interfere with normal immune responses. Amish organic growing practices avoid these chemical exposures while producing more nutritious food that supports rather than undermines immune system health. Garden fresh vegetables never need ingredient labels because dirt, sunshine, and water don't require complicated explanations. Nutrient density in homegrown produce exceeds commercial alternatives because vegetables get harvested at peak ripeness rather than picked early for shipping durability. Fully ripened fruits and vegetables contain maximum concentrations of vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants that support immune system function. This nutritional advantage provides better allergy protection compared to nutritionally depleted commercial produce. Medicinal plants grown alongside food crops provide natural compounds that support respiratory health and reduce allergic inflammation. Herbs like nettle, chamomile, and mint contain anti-inflammatory compounds that help prevent and treat allergic reactions naturally. These plants integrated into daily meals provide ongoing therapeutic support that helps maintain immune system balance. Food processing stays minimal, preserving heat-sensitive vitamins and enzymes that support immune function and digestive health. Fresh consumption and simple preservation methods maintain nutritional integrity that gets destroyed through commercial food processing. This approach ensures maximum immune-supporting nutrition from every meal while avoiding processed food additives that can trigger sensitivities in susceptible individuals. Fresh food contains ingredients that nature intended, unlike processed foods that contain ingredients nature never heard of. Seasonal variety prevents dietary monotony that can contribute to food sensitivities while ensuring broad-spectrum nutrition that supports comprehensive immune system function. Spring salads, summer fruits, fall squashes, and preserved winter foods provide changing nutritional profiles that keep immune systems flexible and well-supported throughout the year. This variety prevents the nutritional deficiencies that can increase allergy susceptibility. Cooking methods preserve nutritional content through gentle preparation techniques that maintain vitamin and mineral integrity. Steaming, light sautéing, and raw consumption preserve heat-sensitive nutrients that support immune function. These traditional cooking methods avoid the high heat processing that destroys immune-supporting compounds in many commercial food preparations. The integration of garden-fresh nutrition with natural food preparation creates comprehensive dietary support for immune system health that helps prevent allergic sensitivities from developing in the first place. This nutritional foundation works together with traditional healing methods that complement rather than replace the body's natural healing capabilities. Nettle tea might sound like punishment, but it works better than most allergy medications without the drowsiness or side effects. Amish families harvest stinging nettles in early spring when the plants contain peak concentrations of natural antihistamines. These same compounds that make fresh nettles sting actually calm down overactive immune responses when consumed as tea. The irony isn't lost on anyone. The plant that stings becomes the cure for stinging eyes and runny noses. Local honey serves as edible immunotherapy that gradually builds tolerance to regional pollens. Bees collect nectar from the same plants that trigger allergic reactions, concentrating pollen proteins in honey that work like tiny allergy shots. Daily consumption of raw honey from nearby hives provides steady exposure to local allergens in doses too small to cause reactions, but large enough to train immune systems. Commercial honey often comes from distant locations and gets processed in ways that destroy these beneficial compounds. Honey is basically bee-made allergy medicine, though the bees never went to medical school and work for sugar instead of money. Chamomile tea provides natural anti-inflammatory compounds that reduce the swelling and irritation associated with allergic reactions. This gentle herb contains flavonoids that calm overactive immune responses without suppressing healthy immune function. Amish families grow chamomile in kitchen gardens specifically for medicinal use, harvesting flowers at peak potency for drying and storage. The mild apple-like flavor makes it acceptable even to children who resist stronger herbal medicines. Mint varieties grown in Amish gardens provide natural decongestants that clear respiratory passages blocked by allergic inflammation. Peppermint, spearmint, and wild mint species contain volatile oils that open airways and reduce mucus production. Fresh mint tea provides immediate relief during acute allergic episodes, while regular consumption helps prevent the buildup of inflammatory responses that worsen over time. Elderflower preparations reduce seasonal allergy symptoms through natural compounds that stabilize the cells responsible for releasing histamine. These flowers contain quercetin and other bioflavonoids that prevent allergic reactions from starting rather than just treating symptoms after they develop. Amish families harvest elderflowers in late spring and early summer, creating tinctures and teas that provide season-long allergy protection. Elderflowers prove that Nature's Pharmacy has been open for business longer than any corner drugstore, with better hours and friendlier staff. Plantain leaves provide natural anti-inflammatory effects when applied directly to skin reactions or consumed as tea for internal allergies. This common weed that grows in most yards contains compounds that reduce itching, swelling, and redness associated with allergic responses. Fresh plantain leaves can be chewed and applied to insect bites or rashes for immediate relief, making it a portable first aid remedy that grows everywhere. Willow bark tea contains natural salicylates that reduce inflammation and pain associated with severe allergic reactions. These compounds work similarly to aspirin but with fewer side effects and better digestive tolerance. Amish families harvest inner bark from young willow branches in early spring, creating preparations that provide relief from headaches and body aches that often accompany severe allergy episodes. Red clover blossoms contain natural compounds that support liver function and help the body process allergens more effectively. Regular consumption of red clover tea during allergy seasons helps reduce the overall inflammatory burden that makes allergic reactions more severe. This common pasture plant provides ongoing support that helps prevent the accumulation of inflammatory responses throughout allergy seasons. Red clover works as internal housekeeping for immune systems, though it doesn't dust furniture or complain about messy rooms. Preparation methods maximize the therapeutic potential of these natural remedies through proper harvesting, drying, and storage techniques. Plants get collected at peak potency, typically early morning after dew evaporates, but before afternoon, heat reduces active compound concentrations. Proper drying preserves medicinal compounds while preventing mold and bacterial contamination that could cause additional health problems. The timing of remedy use aligns with natural allergy seasons to provide maximum benefit when symptoms typically worsen. Spring nettle harvests provide treatment just as tree pollens begin causing reactions. Summer mint preparations offer relief during grass pollen season. Fall preparations help manage ragweed and other late-season allergens. This seasonal approach provides targeted support exactly when immune systems face their greatest challenges. However, their careful approach to medical treatment extends beyond herbal remedies to include broader healthcare decisions that support natural healing processes. Antibiotic overuse destroys beneficial bacteria that normally keep immune systems balanced and functioning properly. Amish families avoid rushing to doctors for minor infections that healthy immune systems can handle naturally. This restraint preserves the diverse bacterial communities in their bodies that communicate with immune cells and prevent overreactions to harmless environmental triggers like pollen and dust. Bacterial diversity in the human digestive system plays crucial roles in immune system education and regulation. Scientific studies reveal that people who take frequent antibiotics often develop higher rates of allergies and autoimmune conditions. The drugs eliminate beneficial bacteria along with harmful pathogens, disrupting the microbial balance that helps immune systems distinguish between threats and harmless substances. Antibiotics work like nuclear weapons against bacteria. They eliminate the bad guys, but also take out all the innocent bystanders in the neighborhood. Natural infection recovery allows immune systems to develop stronger responses through actual challenges rather than pharmaceutical shortcuts. When children overcome minor illnesses without antibiotic intervention, their immune systems learn to handle bacterial and viral challenges more effectively. This natural training creates more robust immune responses that remain calm when encountering allergens, but respond appropriately to genuine threats. Community resistance patterns show that Amish populations maintain healthier bacterial diversity compared to groups with high antibiotic usage. Studies comparing Amish children to suburban peers reveal dramatically different gut microbiome compositions, with Amish kids showing greater bacterial diversity associated with lower allergy rates. This difference stems largely from reduced antibiotic exposure during critical immune system development periods. Herbal alternatives provide antimicrobial effects without destroying beneficial bacteria that support immune balance. Echinacea, golden seal, and other traditional remedies target harmful pathogens while supporting overall immune function. These natural compounds work with the body's existing bacterial communities rather than eliminating them indiscriminately like synthetic antibiotics. Herbal medicine works like a skilled negotiator, convincing bad bacteria to leave while letting the good bacteria stay for the party. Fever tolerance allows natural immune responses to function without pharmaceutical suppression that can interfere with healing processes. Moderate fevers help immune systems eliminate infections more effectively, while training immune cells to respond appropriately to future challenges. Amish families often allow fevers to run their course unless they become dangerously high, supporting natural healing processes. Probiotic foods naturally restore beneficial bacteria after unavoidable antibiotic treatments. Homemade sauerkraut, kefir, and other fermented foods provide live bacterial cultures that reestablish healthy gut microbiomes. These traditional foods offer more diverse bacterial strains than commercial probiotic supplements while providing additional nutritional benefits that support immune function. Prevention strategies reduce the need for antibiotic treatments through lifestyle choices that support natural disease resistance. Good nutrition, adequate rest, stress management, and hygiene practices prevent many infections from developing in the first place. This approach addresses the root causes of illness rather than relying on pharmaceutical treatments for problems that could be prevented naturally. Prevention works better than cure, though it requires more effort up front and doesn't come in convenient pill bottles. Recovery time acceptance recognizes that natural healing processes take longer than pharmaceutical interventions but create stronger long-term immunity. Amish families often accept several extra days of illness in exchange for more robust immune system development. This patience allows natural healing processes to function completely rather than being interrupted by drugs that provide quick symptom relief. Medical consultation happens when serious infections require professional intervention, but routine minor illnesses get managed through traditional methods that preserve bacterial diversity. This balanced approach uses modern medicine for genuine emergencies while protecting the beneficial bacterial communities that support long-term immune health and allergy resistance. The preservation of beneficial bacteria through limited antibiotic use creates internal environments that support immune balance and reduce allergic sensitivities. This approach works together with their community living arrangements to create comprehensive immune system support that builds natural resistance to environmental triggers. Large families create natural immune system training camps where children share beneficial bacteria and develop stronger resistance to common allergens through constant exposure to siblings and extended family members. Multiple generations living in close proximity ensures that developing immune systems encounter diverse microbial communities that older family members carry. This biological sharing creates robust immune responses that remain calm when facing environmental challenges. Shared meals provide opportunities for bacterial exchange that strengthens community immunity while building individual resistance to allergic reactions. When dozens of people eat together regularly, their digestive systems develop similar beneficial bacterial populations that support balanced immune responses. This microbial sharing happens naturally through food handling, serving, and eating practices that modern sanitation efforts often try to prevent. Large family dinners work like immune system networking events, except the conversation happens between bacteria instead of people. Church gatherings bring together entire communities where immune systems benefit from exposure to diverse bacterial populations carried by different families. These regular social events create opportunities for beneficial microbial exchange that strengthens community-wide immune responses. Children playing together, adults working on shared projects, and families eating together all contribute to the bacterial diversity that supports healthy immune function. Barn-raising events and community work projects expose participants to varied environmental bacteria while building social connections that support mental and physical health. These cooperative activities combine immune system benefits from shared physical work with the bacterial diversity that comes from multiple families working in close proximity. The dust, sweat, and shared tools create natural opportunities for beneficial bacterial exchange. Childcare practices in large families ensure that younger children receive bacterial inoculation from older siblings who have already developed resistance to common environmental allergens. Babies benefit from exposure to bacterial communities that older children carry, providing head starts on immune system development that only children often miss. This natural bacterial sharing happens through normal family interactions, like shared toys, bedding, and living spaces. Sibling bacteria work better than expensive probiotic supplements, though they come with more arguing and toy-sharing negotiations. Visiting patterns between families create networks of bacterial exchange that strengthen entire community immune responses. Regular social visits, shared childcare, and cooperative work arrangements ensure that beneficial bacteria circulate throughout the community. This biological networking creates population-wide immune benefits that help everyone develop better resistance to allergic triggers. Wedding celebrations and community festivals bring together extended family networks where bacterial diversity reaches peak levels through food sharing, dancing, and close social contact. These events create opportunities for extensive bacterial exchange that benefits participants for months afterward. The combination of joy, physical activity, and close social contact provides optimal conditions for beneficial bacterial sharing. School environments in Amish communities expose children to bacterial diversity from multiple family backgrounds while maintaining close social connections that support immune development. One-room schoolhouses create intimate learning environments where children benefit from bacterial sharing while developing strong social bonds that support overall health and well-being. One-room schools provide education for both children and their immune systems, though the bacteria don't take tests or get report cards. Seasonal celebrations and community gatherings provide regular opportunities for bacterial exchange that coincide with times when immune systems need extra support for handling environmental challenges. Harvest festivals during peak allergy seasons expose participants to beneficial bacteria while celebrating community cooperation and mutual support. The cooperative work ethic ensures that community members spend significant time in close proximity during shared labor projects that naturally facilitate beneficial bacterial exchange. Building projects, agricultural work, and household tasks performed together create optimal conditions for immune system strengthening through bacterial diversity. This biological benefit comes as a natural consequence of social cooperation rather than a deliberate health intervention. Community mutual aid during illness creates support networks that help families recover naturally while maintaining beneficial bacterial diversity through continued social contact. Neighbors helping with farm chores, childcare, and household tasks ensure that sick families remain connected to community bacterial networks that support recovery and long-term immune health. This social approach to illness management maintains the biological connections that support natural resistance to allergic triggers while providing practical assistance during recovery periods. Chronic stress disrupts immune system function in ways that increase allergic sensitivity and autoimmune responses. Amish daily schedules follow natural rhythms that prevent the constant rush and anxiety that characterizes modern life. Work begins at sunrise and ends at sunset, creating predictable routines that allow immune systems to function optimally without the disruption caused by irregular schedules and constant time pressure. Sleep patterns align with natural light cycles that support healthy hormone production and immune system restoration. Early bedtimes and consistent wake times ensure adequate rest for immune system repair and maintenance. Quality sleep allows the body to process environmental exposures appropriately rather than overreacting to harmless substances due to stress-induced immune dysfunction. Amish schedules run on sun time instead of stress time, which explains why their immune systems work better than their neighbors' alarm clocks. Physical activity happens naturally throughout the day through farm work and household tasks rather than concentrated exercise sessions that can stress already overwhelmed systems. This steady movement pattern supports circulation and lymphatic drainage that help remove allergens and inflammatory compounds from the body. Natural activity patterns provide immune system benefits without the inflammatory stress that intense exercise can create. Mental stress reduction comes through community support systems that provide practical help during difficult times rather than leaving families to handle challenges alone. Mutual aid arrangements ensure that no family faces overwhelming burdens that could compromise immune function through chronic stress. This social safety net reduces the anxiety and worry that can make allergic reactions more severe. Work satisfaction derives from meaningful labor that provides tangible results rather than abstract tasks that create psychological stress without physical accomplishment. Farm work and skilled crafts provide clear connections between effort and results that support mental health and reduce the chronic frustration that can worsen immune system dysfunction. Meaningful work produces satisfaction along with crops, unlike jobs that mainly produce stress and require therapy to recover from. Seasonal rhythms guide activity levels that prevent the constant high-stress pace that exhausts immune systems and increases allergic sensitivity. Busy seasons alternate with quieter periods that allow recovery and restoration. This natural variation prevents the chronic overstimulation that weakens immune responses and makes environmental triggers more problematic. Social connections provide emotional support that reduces isolation stress while offering practical assistance that prevents overwhelming workloads. Strong family bonds and community relationships create buffer systems that help individuals handle challenges without developing chronic stress responses that compromise immune function. Financial security through simple living reduces money-related anxiety that can trigger stress hormones and disrupt immune balance. Debt-free lifestyles and self-sufficient food production eliminate many sources of chronic worry that plague modern families. This economic stability supports immune system health by reducing cortisol and other stress hormones that increase allergic sensitivity. Financial peace works better than expensive allergy medications, though banks don't usually prescribe debt-free living for immune system problems. Prayer and meditation practices provide daily stress relief that supports immune system balance through reduced cortisol production and improved nervous system function. Regular spiritual practices create calm mental states that allow immune systems to respond appropriately to environmental challenges rather than overreacting due to chronic stress activation. Family time prioritizes relationships over productivity in ways that reduce competitive stress and support emotional well-being. Shared meals, family worship, and cooperative work create bonds that provide emotional security and reduce the isolation stress that can worsen allergic responses. These relationship investments create long-term emotional stability that supports physical health. This holistic approach to daily living provides comprehensive support for natural allergy resistance that pharmaceutical interventions cannot replicate. The balanced pace allows immune systems to function as nature intended, responding appropriately to genuine threats while remaining calm when encountering harmless environmental substances.